Good evening and welcome to Briançon. This is the culmination of the IFSC Paraclimbing World Championships, and we're live in the southern French Alps. I believe the climbers are just being introduced behind me for the first of our finals. We've got 6 finals. As someone walks past our camera, the light in the camera clearly not big enough clues not to walk in front of it, but yeah, the climbers are about to be introduced for women's B2. There are 4 competitors. That'll be our first final. We'll then have men's B1. That is the most severe of the visually impaired categories, so that's completely blind climbers. The climbers will also wear blindfolds during B1 as well, just to ensure that it is a completely level playing field. So that's what we've got coming up next. And then we'll have men's RP1 AL1, women RP2. They'll run concurrently, and then also running concurrently will be men's RP2 and women AU2. So there is the scene here in Briançon. As with last night, a beautiful evening. And yeah, 6 finals to look forward to. Last night, excellent evening. Had just over 2.5 hours of action for you, and we're expected to have roughly the same again this evening, and of course we will be producing our highlights as ever. And there is the lineup for the first final. The number of finalists, by the way, is determined by how many climbers we have in each category. So some of the finals will have 4 finalists, some of them will have 6. And as I say, that is down to athlete numbers. So, first climbers are just about ready to go. Hiromi Aoki out on the stage, and then Edith Scheinecker of Austria also on stage. Yumi Ajiri of Japan, and on the right there, as we look at the stage, if we can get a shot, there she is. It's Abigail Robinson of Team GB. 5 Brits into the final this evening, as Edith Scheinecker is introduced to the crowd.
Representing Japan,
Yumi Ajiri of Japan waves to the crowd with her sight guide. The woman to beat from last year in Innsbruck and from the qualifiers here in Briançon is Abigail Robinson. And I think the climbers are getting ready to head off the stage. There we go. As with last night, if you watched our coverage from last night, I am so close to the wall that I daren't speak during the climbs. There's complete silence in the venue, and generally if we're in a huge arena like we were, for example, in Innsbruck last year, or in Paris in 2016, you can kind of talk through the climbers' attempts in the B categories, but we need complete silence in the venue, and I'm so close to the wall I daren't speak, so I will tell you who's on the wall. I will give my opinion after each attempt, after each climb, but I will, I'm afraid, have to be silent during the climb itself. You may or may not be happy about that. So we're just moments away from the start here in Briançon. That's the wall. We've got 3 routes on the wall for the 6 finals, so the routes obviously will be shared. On the left, as we look at the Briançon wall, it's women B2 and men's RP1, so they'll be sharing that route. Men's B1 and men's RP2 are sharing the middle route, and then women RP2 and women AU2 are sharing the right-hand route. Obviously, the reason we have the shared routes is the pure logistical fact that the wall is only so big and we only have so many route setters, so there's just a limit to how many routes it can set. If you think we've got qualifiers and finals across 12 categories, it's just not realistic in, well, pretty much any venue to create full number of the routes. So there is an element of sharing routes. Route setters really had their work cut out this week. It's very difficult to set for paraclimbing in general, but especially when you've got routes being combined between, for example, the middle route, men's B1 and men's RP2, fundamentally different categories. But judging by what we saw last night, they did a pretty good job of it. We had a few tops on the routes, but very good separation. No big stopper moves generally on any of the routes, which is good to see. Had one or two stopper moves on the IFSC Lead World Cup so far, but no sign of that last night. Got another IFSC Lead World Cup taking place right here at this very same venue on Friday and Saturday. Friday during the day is qualifiers, semi-finals live for you in the evening, and then on Saturday we've got the lead finals live for you right here in Briançon. That's a close-up look at the route on the right, the women's RP2 and women's AU2. And then, as I said, in the middle it'll be men's B1, men's RP2, and over on the left, the climbers we're about to see out first, women B2, are competing on the same route as men's RP1.
The normal climbers, should we say? It takes longer. They have to hear the information and put it into practice, and they have to be able to.
So in this B2 final and also in the men's B1 final, which will follow immediately, if you haven't watched paraclimbing before, it's a frankly extraordinary sight. The climbers are talked up the route by their sight guide. Interesting last night, some climbers just climbing quietly, and others seemingly have a pretty two-way conversation with their sight guide. So we'll see which we get tonight. I guess it depends how well the route is going. As Hiromi Aoki is led onto the route. Also, if you are a regular review of IFSC Lead World Cups, you will know that the climbers normally have to clip quick draws as they lead. In paraclimbing, slightly different system. We have 2 ropes, and there are no quick draws to clip, so it may look slightly different if you're used to watching lead climbing. Venue already fallen silent, and Hiromi will be led over to the route, and 6 minutes will begin, as it does in the Lead World Cup when she leaves the ground. So 6 minutes starts for her. She's the first competitor of 4 out. Edith Scheinecker still to come, Uni Ajiri still to come, and Abigail Robinson still to come as well. Gets underway, 6 minutes starts.
ben franchement, c'est exceptionnel. On peut l'applaudir.
Great start
Amazing job.
here in Briançon for Hiromi, already improved on her 6th place from Innsbruck last year, simply by making the final. And you can see there from the fact that she was climbing for about 5 minutes. One of the difficult
You see what we were
parts
saying
of
about endurance.
this B2 final is you've got to keep up a pretty good speed. She, I think, would have really struggled for time even if she'd had enough energy to carry on. So you've basically got to climb a route just like lead climbers do in the Lead World Cup, while simultaneously not being able to see the holes and having to be told exactly where they are. So you need fantastic endurance, but also the ability to climb very quickly. And as I say, example there, I think Hiromi probably struggling a little bit for time. Another interesting element as well, the Japanese team really seem to favour just shouting to the athletes, not using an electronic system, which a lot of the other countries choose to use, including Edith Scheinecker of Austria, who's about to climb. She's got the electronic communication system with her sight guide, but Team Japan really seem to shun that.
Good luck, Edith.
So her 6 minutes again will begin when she starts climbing sight guide. Allowed obviously just to talk her through the first few holds, and then he will move back out the way and she'll get on with climbing, and 6 minutes will begin again. So once again silence descends in Briançon. And she's underway.
Edith Scheinecker, Austria.
It's a new high point from Edith Scheinecker, the 52-year-old out of Austria. Going really well, had a fair bit of time to spare there. We'll just wait for the confirmation of the scores coming through. It was a 29 from Hiromi. It was definitely a couple of moves more. Incidentally, Edith finished one place ahead of Hiromi in the 2018 World Championships in Innsbruck, just 10 months ago in September of last year. And she's one place ahead of right now. But yeah, had set a good pace. Didn't really take any rest, just kept on motoring. And just watch, she's just walked off to the side. Looks like she's had a workout, just shaking out slightly. Yumi Ajiri now. It was a 33 plus from Edith.
It's her first World Championships, we believe so.
Bon, de temps en temps, vous pouvez flirter un petit gamba.
And look at the high-tech equipment that the guide is going to use. It's fabulous.
J'ai rien compris.
T'es pas censé comprendre.
So here goes Yumi. She was 4th in 2018 World Championships. Here in Briançon for 2019. Once again, her sight guide shunning the electronic system. And she gets underway.
Yumi Lili et son guide. C'est énorme.
Just lose Yumi pulling onto the head
Essayez de
wall.
comprendre un petit peu, il parle, lui, il a assez
Did really well to manufacture pretty good rest there. There's a knowledgeable climbing crowd here in Briançon, and they really acknowledged that. It was a skillful bit of route reading from the sight guide, and she did really well to execute it as well. Found a really good rest and a nice little shakeout. Was climbing at a good pace as well.
Don't know if you can
And,
hear what the guide was saying, but from time to time you can
That
hear
is
okay, and
first
also
place for Yuji Jiri. One more move than Edith Scheinacker.
it sounded like you were singing
34
CCC,
plus,
but
Edith's
you weren't very
33 plus,
easy to me.
and Hiromi Oki is sitting down on 29. Abigail Robinson now, reigning world champion from 2018 in Innsbruck. Getting plenty of encouragement, as ever, from a very vocal Team GB.
C'est la dernière à participer dans cette catégorie visuelle.
She's got a title to defend.
This is the last climber in this category.
She is the final climber out. 4 climbers here, and then we've got 4 climbers coming up in men's B1 as well. B1 being the most severe of the visual impairments. But for now, it's Abigail Robinson. 10 months on for her gold medal in Innsbruck. She is looking to pick up another in Briançon. Abigail Robinson retains her title from Innsbruck last year. She topped the route with over 3 minutes remaining. She absolutely flew up there. Hiromi Aoki.
Congratulations, Abby.
Earlier on, she took about 5 minutes to get a few moves below the head wall. Abigail Robinson topped the route in 2 minutes 57. She's the queen of women's B2, and she's just reminded us why. Two-time world champion. She also won the Paraclimbing World Cup here in Briançon in this very venue almost a year ago to the day. Two-time world champion. Brilliant stuff. Never really looked in doubt, never looked too troubled, didn't particularly pause at any stage. Just climbs smoothly, efficiently, straight through it, goes over, receives the congratulations of her fellow climbers and sight guides. And as you've just heard, I'll steal the stat because I couldn't do the maths. I've got the birth year of the climbers in front of me, but our venue MC has very kindly done the maths. That the age gap between the oldest competitor that we've just seen, which was Edith Scheinecker, and Abigail Robinson, who is the youngest climber in that women's B2 final, was 32 years. Here come the finalists for men's B1. Jesse Dufton will be out first, and Daniel Lisashenko will be out after him, followed by Francisco Xavier Aguiar Amoedo and Koichiro Kobayashi will be the last climber out. 51 years old, Koichiro. Still looking as strong as ever. Jesse Dufton helped me out with the commentary last year for the Paraclimbing Cup. This time he's on the wall. There is Francisco waving to the crowd. And the final climber to be introduced, Koichiro Kobayashi. Waves to the crowd. He is a two-time world champion. He'll be climbing last. So the climbers head backstage. As I say, in B1, this is climbers who are completely blind. And the climbers, we believe, will be wearing blindfolds just to make sure that it's a completely level playing field. Climbers may have an element of light perception in this category, but as I say, they are considered fully blind climbers. Pretty impressive what you're about to see, I will put it that way. If you watched our coverage from here in Briançon last year, or from Paris 2016, or the World Championships in Innsbruck last year, what these competitors are able to do in this category is scarcely believable. First climber out, Jesse Dufton, was in the mainstream British news not so long ago, earlier on this year. He climbed the Old Man of Hoy, led the Old Man of Hoy. If you're not familiar with the Old Man of Hoy, get yourself on the search engine of your choice and check it out. It's a 137 metre high freestanding sea stack off the Orkney Islands in Scotland. It's not easy. It's not an easy route. Led the whole thing. It's all trad, obviously placing your gear. It is out there. It's a long way from help. It's tough climbing. It's a full-on route for any climber. And Jesse Dufton, as I say, quite extraordinary. Led it earlier on this year. So he'll be first out. 33-year-old from Great Britain. So he'll have 6 minutes, same rules as we just saw in Women's B2 and as we see in the Lead World Cups. 6 minutes. You're going up the middle of the wall, the middle of the three routes. So it's yellow volumes, red holds and black holds. A little spray of black holds kind of through the steep section of the wall. Jesse just being made to wait perhaps slightly longer than he might like to.
plein le cœur là sur ces qualifs. Déjà merci d'être là, ils seront là avec nous pour la Coupe
7th
du
last
Monde.
year in
Et
Innsbruck.
déjà, normalement,
He's
des
already
Allemands ont dû
improved
arriver.
on that.
On avait William Bossi, je pense que les Allemands ont dû arriver, les Français vont nous rejoindre progressivement. Allez, dans un instant, la première
As you can
équipe.
see from our cable cam, lovely evening here in Briançon. A bit colder than last night. Last night was a bit warmer, a bit more cloud cover this evening. Bit of a stronger breeze as well. Conditions on the wall will be absolutely excellent, I would imagine. They were when I was on the stage shortly before we came on the live stream. And I can just see Jesse make his way onto the stage.
Come on, Great Britain, Kelly!
Go, Jesse!
There is Jesse Duffner. As I said earlier on, the climbers wear blindfolds just to make sure it's an entirely level playing field.
I like you.
And Jesse will be clipped in and then get ready to go. Have 6 minutes. He's attempting the middle route here in Briançon in the Paraclimbing World Championships. Red holds and red holds on yellow volumes, and then as the wall really steepens, it's yellow volumes and black holds, and then goes back to red for the top, and then the very top hold is black again. So if you see him leave the black holds, he's getting very close to the head walls, just being guided onto the first few holds. Just repeat, you'll have 6 minutes. First of 4 climbers in this men's B1 final live here in Briançon, Paraclimbing World Championships. I've got Jesse Duffton ready to go.
for Jessie. It's a great effort. First one to
Jessie
show us
Duff-
how this
On peut
works.
applaudir Jessie Duff.
To one of the first of the black holds. Ended up taking a slightly awkward fall, but superb start. You kind of forget when you haven't seen this live for a while. I'm only 10 meters from the wall, hence why I basically can't speak during the attempts. The climbers,
Yeah, Keely, we were wondering, is that his
they're
first
blindfolded,
final?
they're entirely blind,
He
they
was
can't see
17th
shapes or
in,
light or anything, they've got no
Keely
vision
at the
at
time.
all. And
Keely,
they've just got to lock off
no?
for so long on every hold until they locate the next one. It is absolutely breathtaking. So Jessie gets us off to a good start here in Briançon, men's B1 final. Daniel Lysichenko will be out next, 21-year-old Russian. Here he is with his sight guide.
Fifth in Innsbruck, and if your Russian is fluent, you'll be able to understand the instructions
And his guide is
from his guide,
Dr. Boulder.
Dr. Boulder.
A bit like the Japanese team, Daniel Lysichenko. Choosing not to use, it would seem, any sort of electronic communication system. It seems amazing, I have to say, as an amateur watching on, that you might risk not being able to hit your sight guide when a helicopter goes past, or a plane flies overhead, or a motorbike goes down the street outside the venue. But yeah, I suppose by the same token, there's nothing to go wrong. But interesting to see the tactics differing. So 6 minutes begins, and Daniel gets underway.
Почти, почти, ручка. Умница, сваивай. Молодец. Левая нога слева у пояса. Ниже. Молодец. Правая нога справа на краю треугольника, у колена. Правая рука. Да, 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 да. Сдвоил. Сдвоил. Терпеть. Левая нога правая, чуть правее. Левая рука лево и еще левее. Да, да. Правая нога поменял. Левая ногу левее. Ниже, ниже, ниже. Да. Ниже, правее, чуть у пятки, да. Правая рука, ручка прям рядом с левой, терпеть. Правым носком зацепись в правой руке. Носком к руке. Меняй, фиксинг, давай, терпи. Прыгай правой рукой. Нет, возьми с левой. Умница, и правой rukой прям над ней, терпеть. Над ней правой, terpetь делай. Terpetь делай.
Yeah, Daniel, les
Massive
échecs,
fight
mesdames
from
et messieurs.
Daniel.
Premier podium international pour lui.
So he
Quoi
will
qu'il en
be
soit,
on
il
the
sera
podium, we
troisième au
know that
minimum.
already.
Il
First
est
one
jeune,
of his
il a
career.
21 ans, le russe, on peut l'applaudir, s'il vous plaît.
Surpassed
He's
the high
only
point
21,
of
he's young,
Jesse
let's
Duffton
hear
when he
it.
got that big move out top right, so he leads the way for now. Two
while he was
climbers still
climbing,
to
we
go.
saw some of
Francisco
the
Xavier
able-bodied climbers
Aguirre
coming in, the
Amoedo
international
next, and
delegations
Koichiro
who've been climbing
Kobayashi,
on
the
this wall this
two-time
weekend. We saw the Austrians, I saw
Paraclimbing world
Andrea
champion after him.
and Laura Rodora coming in. Lots of stars tonight.
Oh, et là, on a vu qu'il y avait une belle histoire. Congratulations, Andasha.
Bravo.
Congratulations, Daniel. Une belle histoire avec son guide.
Big
Hein, ils
wave
se
to the
connaissent depuis
crowd
longtemps.
from Daniel.
Cinquième, c'était l'année
There
dernière
is
pour
the
lui
scene
à
again
Innsbruck.
here
Bah,
at
il fera
Briançon.
mieux
As you can see, not
cette année
quite
ici
the
à Briançon. Alors
perfect
attention,
evening
la
of last
troisième
night.
équipe, on va
Around
retrouver
here, they can afford to be
un
picky with
grimpeur qui a fait
300
un
days of
podium l'année
sunshine a
dernière,
year.
troisième à Innsbruck, representing Spain.
And
Francisco Javier Aguilar Amoedo.
gets ready to come out on the stage with his sight guide.
Et quatrième à Bercy, donc bien régulier aussi cette équipe. On peut l'applaudir l'Espagnol, allez. Venga,
Big
venga.
wave to the crowd.
Et ils ont fait des podiums hier, l'Espagne.
Very strong delegation from Spain this year.
So 36-year-old from Spain. About to get underway. Nobody yet made it onto the head wall. Can he be the first? This route, of course, will also be used for the men's RP2 final a bit later on. Just being shown the first few holds. Have 6 minutes to try and make his way as high as he can up this Briançon wall. Quick slap of the forearms before he gets underway. And that is him on the wall right about now. 6 minutes starts ticking away. Francisco pushes the high point even further. Route setters seem to have got this one spot on. Every climber's got that little bit higher.
Brilliant job.
So that is the new high point pressure on Koichiro Kobayashi.
Et puis c'est pareil, alors là on a eu 85, c'était
Let's just wait for confirmation of the score. Daniel Yusashenko was on a 32. By my reckoning that might be 2 more moves. No, 4 more moves, 36 plus. Takes the lead, Francisco. Koichiro about to come out.
Voilà, il est le new leader, Francisco Javier, et là tout peut arriver. L'autre, il a beau avoir le plus gros des palmarès, toute erreur est possible déjà dans la grimpe.
51 years old, Koichiro, hard as it is to believe, and he's about to make his way out. Won in Paris in 2016, won in Innsbruck in 2018. What can he do in Briançon in 2019? He is a phenomenon.
He can be the father of some of these other competitors. He's extremely experienced. Born in 1968, he's a double world champion, looking to make it a hat trick tonight.
Et son guide,
And he's got a little wave for us.
là il y a de l'amour avec son guide, parce que son guide il a failli tomber 6 fois, il va bouger, il le lâche pas. Et rien que pour toute l'expérience que peut avoir ce grimpeur japonais, encore une ovation pour lui s'il vous plaît, et régalez-vous. Allez.
Enjoy the show.
Shown to the start of the wall, we are watching one of the legends of the game here. Looking to make it a hat-trick of World Championships. A potentially extraordinary achievement, but he's got to get there first. He'll have 6 minutes on this middle route, and that gets underway now.
Incroyable, Koichiro Kobayashi!
Three times world champion!
Extraordinary stuff. He couldn't quite find the top. He's actually got himself a little bit tangled in the rope, as you can see. If he can just get his rope out. There we go, and be able to lower him as normal, albeit pretty slowly, because they got those potential tangles on the rope. I'm just looking at how the ropes are panning out. They'll get him down. Amazing stuff. Three-time world champion. Quite breathtaking. Couldn't quite find a top. I think, look at his time 16 seconds ago. Really, the top was gone with a couple of minutes ago, just because of how far he had to cover. But that is absolutely extraordinary. Almost found the top, and at 51 years old, he becomes a three-time world champion. Absolutely breathtaking. He's also such a short climber, much shorter than the other climbers in the same category, and his competitors. Just makes those lock-offs all the more powerful. Just incredible, incredible stuff. We will grab a word with him later on. Check our highlights package on the IFSC YouTube page for that. We will get an interview with all our winners. Actually, I'll put an asterisk next to that. We'll get an interview with all our winners who come and do interviews. Can be like herding cats trying to get interviewers after events. Generally, the climbers are pretty good, but if we do miss one or two because they disappear off into the Briançon night, I do apologise, but we'll try our very best to grab a word with everyone who's won this evening and everyone who will win this evening. Brilliant stuff for the B1 climbers. Just the most incredible category to watch. So out next, we've got the RP2 women. RP2, it's a broad church, RP2. It's a very diverse category. Paraclimbing being a relatively young, women's women's RP2. Got my choreography slightly wrong. They're going to be climbing, I believe, at the same time as the men RP2, but it is the women who've come out first. Yeah, a diverse category, paraclimbing being a relatively young sport. There isn't the option to split into as many categories as we might like. So RP2 and RP categories in general, RP is limited range, power and stability. And climbers basically go into this category if they are, if they have any sort of limited range, power or stability. And perhaps in the future we could subdivide the current RP categories even further, but as it is, they will be the 6 women competing in women's RP2 this evening. Marlène Prat of France, Brittany Ray Davies of the United States, Tiziana Paolini of Italy, and then the 3 Brits, right at the end, Leonora Volpe, Anita Agarwal and Hannah Baldwin.
Le meilleur grimpeur B au monde. Il avait volé la place, enfin volé, il avait battu littéralement Nicolas Bueno. Nico qui était lui aussi très très fort. On va y aller dans un instant et on va accueillir la première, c'est l'autre française, hein, à vous de jouer. Ah, on aura la présentation. Ok, please, RP1 men presentation, welcome the finalists. 7 finalists for RP1 men on the stage. On peut les applaudir, messieurs, dames, s'il vous plaît.
Okay, so it's going to be RP1 men. We're going to see now slight confusion. Confusion reigned ever so slightly. We got there in the end. Sunny Yang of the USA. First climber out, Roy Lemke of Canada. Nils Helsper of Germany, then his compatriot Florian Singer. Alessio Cornamassini of Italy, Bastien Thomas of France, and the 3rd German in the final, Corbinian Frank.
Third finalist from Germany, Mr. Nils Helsper.
Nils Helsper waves to the crowd. There is Florian Singer. Alessio Cornamassini, the oldest man in the final at 53 years old. Bastien Thomas, a spring chicken at 45. And Corbinian Frank, 30 years old.
Thank you very much and good luck for the final.
Good luck, everybody. We'll see you in a moment.
Alors attention parce que là, ce petit jeu, celui qui passera en dernier est vice-champion du monde 2018. On retrouvera l'Italien qui est celui qui avait été le plus performant sur la longueur.
So they will be the 2 finals running concurrently. Women RP2 and men RP1.
Ensuite, on a un autre médaillé. Ça sera l'Allemand.
So the women will be climbing over on the right. It's a route we haven't seen. Blue and yellow volumes with green holds. And then the men RP1, they'll be where the women B2 were earlier, where Abigail Robinson won her 2nd World Championship. Belays head up on the stage. Obviously we need 4 belays with the rope system that we use for paraclimbing.
La finale pour les dames à droite. Ça va piquer, il va y avoir du no-foot, il va y avoir de tout. RP1 c'est déficient physique ou neurologique, ça peut être de
That's a look out across the wall, as you can see. Light beginning to disappear here in Briançon. It's been another stunning day. A lot of qualifying took place earlier on today. It was a full program here. And our director getting all arty, all romantic. Scenery is absolutely fabulous here. If you haven't visited this part of southern France, you should get yourselves down here. So much climbing to do, skiing, hiking, paragliding, name your poison. This is a great place to come and do outdoor sports. That is the wall, so women's RP2, they'll be climbing over on the right. You can see there the quite distinctive green holds, and then the men's RP1, they'll be over on the left on the orange holds.
Sometimes it's a big trauma, a major incident, and sometimes it's not visible to the naked eye.
Nico, t'es prêt? Allez, on va y aller, on va y aller, on va voir le premier.
So first climbers are ready to go. Sunny Yang of the United States and Marlène Prat of France.
And at the same time, we'll be seeing on the right hand of the wall, Marlène
Big cheer
Prat,
from the crowd. We've got a larger
who was
crowd
second last year in
this
the
evening here in
Allez,
Briançon.
les
Good to
Français
see.
pour Marlène,
The
on
good
donne
people
le
of
vent aussi,
Briançon,
c'est
they're
parti,
somewhat
on
spoiled for
confirme
choice
le
when it comes
C'est beau dans cette
to
catégorie.
which
Les
night
champions
to
du
come
monde.
and watch
Il faut aller
climbing with
chercher, Anna Baldwin,
last night, this evening, Friday lead
Alors, elle est
semi-finals,
sixième,
Saturday
et qualifiée
lead
à
finals.
7e position pour l'Américain qui n'a pas encore de gros résultats internationaux. Bon Nico, tu vas pouvoir monter le son et là on passe
Sunny
vraiment dans
Yang
des voies
is
classiques.
ready
On
to
va
roll.
pouvoir
7
parler
climbers, by the way, in this final.
Évidemment, toujours en escalade, aucune indication méthode. Et puis bravo à nos ouvreurs, bravo à toute cette équipe. Ils sont 4 ouvreurs internationaux.
Okay,
sur
he's
cette
underway.
compétition.
6 minutes
Et
begins.
ce sont des grimpeurs
We're not
de
going to have
valide.
the clock visible for these attempts because
of
of the, obviously, a bit like in the lead semi-final, the routes running concurrently, so it gets rather confusing which clock refers to who. So I will keep you informed if anybody is looking
contrary to the
slightly
usual
close for time.
categories, the
As I said, 7 finalists in men's RP1. It's because we had a 5-way tie for first, far from ideal. 5 climbers topping both the qualification routes, and then a 2-way tie for 6th place, which was Roy Lemke, who we're currently, who's about to come out, and Sunny Yang, who we're currently watching. The regulation 6 over on the women's side with Marlène Prat on the wall right now.
So if you want to encourage Marlène, it's allez, allez. And obviously if you want to encourage Sunny, it's come on. You got this.
1 minute, 5 seconds elapsed for Sunny Yang on the left, Marlène Prat. Still got over 5 minutes of her time remaining. Keeping an eye now on, for now on Marlène Prat. Bottom right of your screen on the small screen, you can see Sunny Yang in action. Interesting to have a look at this route over on the right. Blue volumes, green holds.
Perfect conditions for climbing. It's quite cool, but it's dry, as opposed to Monday when it was wet and freezing.
Marlène Prat, as you would imagine, getting plenty of encouragement for the local crowd. This is a tough move, though. Oh, we lose it. You can see her heading for the hold. It's marked by a tick mark. I think picked up a small rope burn as well. Seems to be okay.
Never easy to be
Had a lot of time left, but just struggled with that move up. As I say, you can see the tick mark denoting exactly where the hold is. We'll stick with Sunny Yang over on the left-hand side of the wall.
Meantime, Sunny is still with us and looking fairly comfortable.
Alors par contre ça changera pas hein, pour le chrono, c'est 6 minutes pour la voie maximum pour arriver au sommet. Applaudissements encore une fois pour Marlène s'il vous plaît, qui nous quitte la première à s'élancer la vice-championne.
So Marlène sets an early high point. Brittany Ray Davis of the United States will be out next. 3 minutes 20 left for Sunny Yang over on the left. He's on that route where we saw the women B2 climbing earlier.
Degrees of overhang to this wall here in
It's
Briançon.
incredibly steep through here.
USA, the wall gonna be 100% from USA. Please welcome Brittany Ray Davis.
So the wall will be all American once Brittany Ray hits the stage.
20 ans d'écart, oui, entre les deux, 20 ans. Tiens, il est, voilà, ça a pris du haut, mais bon, allez, on l'encourage, le grimpeur américain, s'il vous plaît, Sunny Yang. 69, pareil, hein, garçon, 50 ans. Ah, voilà, comme ça, toujours là. Et d'aplomb, et lui, on sent le gars qui a fait énormément de falaises, à mon avis.
Sunny Yang going pretty well here, I have to say. First climber out, tied for 6th in the qualifiers with Roy Lemke. And he's going pretty well. Needs to keep an eye on the time. 2 minutes 15.
Eh ben, malheureusement, c'est maintenant. On va envoyer les finalistes en-
Slightly
en
awkward
simultané. On peut
fall.
l'applaudir, s'il vous plaît. Terminé, une erreur.
Just trying to get himself back upright, and there we go. But a good start from him.
Une erreur
Made
à
a
une
good
sixième
stab at
tour.
that head wall. Sorry, the steep section below the head wall.
1 mistake and game over.
Very
But,
strong start. Bags of
so he did
endurance.
pretty well to get to where he is.
Congratulations, Sonny.
And there's one more climber in the male category than the women's, so we'll try to stagger them so that it's.
Allez, on peut l'applaudir. Il va redescendre de l'estrade.
Makes his way off. You can tell he worked hard. Good start from him. Next climber out will be Roy Lemke, and as I say, Brittany Ray Davis of the United States.
Okay, next competitor on the stage representing United States of America for women, Brittany Ray Davis.
And on the other side of the wall, representing Canada, it's Roy Lemke.
Allez, Roy, lui, il faisait catégorie RP2. Ça, c'était à Paris-Bercy.
Good.
On n'avait pas de catégorie RP3. RPA, pardon. Alors, si RP1, oui, mais il était
Got a
RP2,
victim, sorry, helper in the commentary box. Josh Senior back for the second night running.
Who can resist the best seats in the house?
Yeah, I know. Well, I said if you sit here, you've got to help. So there we go. Always a pleasure.
Thanks very much.
Quick word as we keep an eye on Roy Lemke and Brittany Ray Davis. Quick word about your compatriots, Abby Robinson.
Phenomenal.
Just incredible.
She is so strong and so fast. She just flies through routes.
She topped the route. It took her 2:57.
I was just out of sight of the clock, so I had to have a little look, and I was like, flip me. She's got more than half her time left.
I mean,
absolutely amazing.
If they'd lowered her down quick enough, she'd probably have time for another lap. I mean, it was unbelievable.
I mean, that would have been an incredible challenge for sure.
And Jesse Dufton as well.
Yeah, solid
amazing
fight. Absolute legend. I mean, he's such a gnarly trad climber.
Well, perhaps the most famous paraclimber in Britain after his exploits on the All Man of
It's
Hoy.
certainly thrown him up there, hasn't it?
Yeah,
absolutely amazing. It's going to be an incredible film when it comes out.
Was it?
Yeah, Alistair Lee filmed it, and
it's
so
being
the whole
filmed, I didn't know.
experience has been documented, and so I'm not sure when it's coming out, but it should be pretty incredible.
I didn't realise it was getting the cinematic treatment. That's great. And yeah, we've got the women RP2 over on the right, men RP1 on the left. They're quite diverse categories, these.
Yeah, they really are. It's a real mixed bag of impairments, I guess, for want of a better term.
Come on for the left and right. Come on.
Another night of great setting, though. Really cool routes.
Yeah, the routes look excellent. What was the general feeling on the team today from qualifiers?
Yeah, people seem to enjoy it. I think the red around the side, it was B2 women's second route.
Okay.
I think for them it was potentially a bit easier. I think it was an everyone top job, or pretty much.
I think it was close off the top of my head.
Yeah, it was certainly a well-topped route, but the other route divided people up pretty well. So, heroic effort from Brittany.
Yeah, Brittany Ray Davis. The feet came off, couldn't quite find a way to get them back on.
So he went for the campus. Why not? I mean,
yeah,
when you went after this, give it a try.
Went for the glory. Roy Lemke, meanwhile, of Canada over to the left. We've got
the RP1 category is just astonishing. This morning in qualies, we were watching people campusing up a vertical wall. People who can't use their legs at all, just dragging move after move, over volumes, over everything. It's just extraordinary, the grit that people throw into these routes.
Roy Lemke not quite matching the high point of Sonny Yang, but a brilliant effort, made his way up onto the steep section. The only Canadian in either of the finals that we're watching right now. Heads down, so next two climbers out. First of three Germans in the RP1 final. We've got Nils Helsper and Tiziana Paolini of Italy. Will be climbing in women's RP2. There is the wall in Briançon.
Slightly more foreboding sky than yesterday.
Yeah, I was saying that.
It's holding out. It's holding out. It seems okay. But
I did see a forecast that said a bit of rain this evening, but I don't think it's going to materialise.
I think we're going to get away with it.
We've got 3 of your compatriots coming up after Tiziana as well.
Well, that's part of the reason I thought I'd come and give some completely impartial commentary with no bias whatsoever.
That's what we like to see. Yeah.
Professional to the very end.
Oh, it's always a very strong journalistic bent to your commentary. Yeah, Tiziana Paolini, the 3rd climber out, 3rd of 6. And Niels Helsper, the 3rd of 7, as I mentioned earlier. Big tie in the qualifiers in men's RP1. The route setters seem like they've got it pretty much spot on most of the week here, but that men's RP1, a lot of double tops. It's one of the few rounds where they maybe didn't get it quite right.
Yeah, possibly.
But on the whole, it's been very, very good.
Yeah, definitely.
And they've got a hard route here for this final.
Yeah, they really have.
Niels Helsper not messing around, straight through the early moves. So Niels Helsper's over on the left, Tiziana is over on the right. There's a couple more moves above this where Brittany Ray Davies, it was right here actually. The feet cut loose and just couldn't get them back in. That angle change is so tough and it's exacerbated by those big blue volumes just pushing you outwards.
Even without those volumes, that angle is so steep. But
it's
just phenomenal.
That angle we had there side on was a pretty good indication of it. It's going really well here.
Yeah, she's looking strong. Really strong field. Women's RP2, really strong field.
Yeah, absolutely powering so far. This is a new high point. Every move that we see from Tiziana is just pushing that high point further. Niels Helsper, meanwhile, over on the left, yeah, he could do getting the feet back on. Starting to look tired now.
Yeah,
this is a big move. I think quite wisely drops down to have another think about it.
Yeah. Potential. Nope, no rest. Oh.
Yeah,
she's
fighting.
Yeah, she's fighting so hard.
Trying to find a way to free up the left hand. I wonder if there's some way she can perhaps go with the right.
Possibly.
Niels Helsper, meanwhile, keep an eye on him, bottom right of your screen, going well.
Yeah, he's doing
on
really
men's
well.
RP1.
Still got 4 minutes on the clock, so he's got plenty of time.
This is a massive battle here from Tiziana, really just trying to free up her hand.
Oh!
And she just
broken it.
She just will not let go.
Oh!
And we lose Niels Helsper. Yeah, in between the last of the 2 big blue volumes. Let's keep an eye on Tiziana, the feet cut loose. She's been up there a long time. This is an amazing battle.
It's pretty incredible.
Absolutely fighting. Tries again. She's hugging that blue volume
Will
again.
Not let go.
Again, it cuts loose. She's still going.
That is so strong.
Crowd getting right behind her. And eventually she can hang on no longer. That was amazing.
Great fight. Absolutely brilliant.
Where she fell with 2:51 on the clock. I think she was there for a minute hugging that volume. Basically, imagine hugging a beach ball hanging upside down, and that's what she's experiencing.
Yeah. Add some extra stress, add some extra emotion.
Oh, brutal.
Yeah.
Brilliant stuff. Must be one of the hardest categories to set for RP2 because you don't have specific impairments.
You really know what you've got coming.
Yeah, and it covers a broad range of people. Absolutely amazing. What a battle. So let's have a look where that leaves Niels Helsper. It was a new high point. It's 4 moves higher, 28 plus the new high point over there. Florian Singer, the second of 3 Germans in the men's RP1 final, and the first of the 3 Brits who are coming out last in women's RP2.
Absolutely.
The first of 3 British finalists. It's an amazing achievement. Half of the finalists are from Great Britain, so I'm sure we're going to hear lots of noise for them.
Commentators locally here are just commenting that the British crowd are likely to create quite a lot of noise with three finalists in.
Yeah, they learned their lesson yesterday. Yeah, amazing that half this women's RP2 final is from Britain. You guys are doing something right. About time Robin O'Leary got a pay rise, really, didn't it? All his good work, I mean.
Oh, don't tell him that.
There's Kevin, who was on the podium for Germany last night. He'll be hoping that his teammate will be doing as well, if not better.
So Florian Singer underway. Leonard Volt also underway. How did you get so much of it today in qualifiers?
I saw a fair amount of today. I saw the women's RP2's qualies, and it's a strong field. It's a really strong field. It was great. I didn't see as much as I'd liked of the RP1 men's, but what I did see, as I say, you're seeing people campusing up vertical walls. Some of the strength from those athletes was just unreal.
It's also funny how this seems to happen in some categories, but there seems to be a lot of big characters in men's RP1.
Yes.
Corbini and Frank, who'll be out last, is probably the most sight man in Briançon.
Possibly.
It's always really good to watch him climb.
Oh, definitely.
Lenora seems to be going pretty well over on the right. Can't see her on screen right now. We're watching Florian Singer.
He's got himself a little bit tangled in his rope there. I imagine that's getting a distraction at best.
Yeah.
One of the challenges of the 2-rope system is, you know, it's the same for everyone, but you can get yourself a bit wrapped up in it.
Yeah, I'm just figuring out where the rope will go. I guess he'll be okay if he gets another couple of moves higher.
Yeah, it will drop past him, but
yeah,
at the moment it's kind of wrapped around his back. It won't be comfy if he falls now.
No.
So I really hope he gets the next couple of moves.
So it's Britain on the right, Germany on the left. Same on your screens at home. Britain in the small screen, bottom right.
Creeping up to that high point.
She is. She's up
Looking
to the
pretty good.
Up to the beach ball move.
Oh, very nice.
Does really well. This is a new
nice.
high point now.
High point on the right.
You can see her there, small screen. Florian Singer, meanwhile, cuts loose again. She's absolutely flying here.
Yes, yes.
On women's RP2.
There's really no sign of
only a couple of moves from the a couple of moves from the change in angle.
Yeah. I mean, that sequence looks pretty tough, but
it's a pretty
nice.
it's a pretty disastrously bad crimp.
Yes, played it well though.
Yeah, just bumped through it
and move on.
Lovely work.
He's strong. Really strong.
Florian still visible. Bottom right of your screen left as we look at it here in Briançon.
Yeah, he's doing well. Oh, he is closing in on a top. It could happen.
Could we see a top? Time is not going to be an issue. She's got 2:40 left. 2:30 left for Florian. Yeah, plenty of time if she can. Crosses through to that big dish.
Nice.
Team Great Britain, even through our headphones, and we can
Oh!
hear them cheering her on. It meant she couldn't quite find a top.
A great fight though.
Yeah, massive fight and a huge high point. Yeah.
Both the climbers at the moment, they've both just come off, but great efforts around.
Yeah, Florian Singer fell again in and amongst those blue volumes, not quite as high as the high point.
sur le coup.
It'll Nils Helsper, I'm pretty sure, will hang on to the lead there, but we've got a definite new high point in women's RP2.
Qualification. Et applaudissements pour Florian Singer.
He's happy. So Leonora is guaranteed a medal. It's just which colour.
That is an amazing new high point. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought the top might beckon then.
Yeah, I thought she might get there. She's looking pretty comfy.
It was a 24, by the way, for Florian Singer, so that's a tie with Sonny Yang, but he moves ahead on count back to the qualification round. So up next, Alessio Cornamusini, Italian legend, a mere 53, who sticks with his climbing lark. He could have a future in it.
Oh, and Anita's out first for DB. Out and ready.
Anita employing Formula One technology as well in her cool vest. Have you seen this thing?
No.
It's
I missed this.
it's like it looks like a normal down jacket, but it's cold on the inside.
Wow. Okay.
Apparently F1 drivers wear it.
All right. Fair enough. Good on her.
Doesn't seem to want to waste any time. Gets straight on with things.
Straight in. She medalled in Innsbruck, of course. Oh, was it silver or bronze? I can't remember.
A bronze.
Bronze.
Yeah. Topped both routes, by the way, in the qualifying round, so she's tied with Hannah Baldwin if it came down to it, so it would be about time. Hope it doesn't come to that.
But I'm sure it will both be in both of their heads.
Yeah.
That knowledge that if they do both top it, it'll be who got there fastest. She's moving at a good pace. They both are, to be fair.
Yeah, Alessia, the reigning world champion from Innsbruck 10 months ago. An absolutely amazing climber.
Yeah. Yeah, phenomenal.
Anita wasting no time whatsoever.
It's a new sport, synchronized climbing. Come on.
Hannah Baldwin will be out next, of course.
Current world champion for RP2.
She is. Anita, if they tie on score, it will come down to time. They both top both the qualifying routes, so Anita's setting a pretty quick pace, perhaps with one eye on the time. Alessio as well, over on men's RP1.
Yeah, he's flying up there.
Wasting no time.
Looking pretty comfy on it as well. Solid rest. Give himself a bit of time.
Yeah, there's a pretty good jug down there that he's resting on. Let's stick with Anita for now. This was the move where Tiziana was there for ages. Yeah, Anita had to work hard there. You could see her locking off with the right arm.
It's going to have taken some effort, but she's through it.
This will be a comfortable new high point for Alessio.
Oh, he wants the crowd.
Ask for the crowd to give him some more. That's what we like to see.
Brilliant.
So Anita, 3 minutes 30 left for her. She also asks for the crowd. Right now we're mainly watching Alessio Cornamusini. He's a world champion from Innsbruck, getting himself in position at the top. This route was topped earlier on and is almost topped again. But it's a new high point for the category.
Excellent work.
Great job, great job.
Abby Robinson got it done in women's B2, and Alessio Cornamusini was pretty close to getting it done on RP1. Got a good hand on the top.
And a phenomenal time too.
Yeah.
Really fast.
And he's dancing to AC/DC. Let's keep an eye on Anita. Nearing that high point. It was one move higher on that big round disc.
Guys, he's done it.
looking really strong. You can't start thinking about the top though. There's quite a few moves still to go. And it's just stepping out right. It's a really nasty undercling when you're already pumped.
Yeah. Yeah, they've really blocked that up, haven't they?
See Abigail. Sorry, Anita. Anita. I'm still thinking about Abby Robinson on B2. Yeah, Anita left absolutely everything on the wall.
Big favourite has to be said for this final. Hannah Baldwin, who's also from Great Britain. She's 20 years younger than Anita, but she's the reigning
Well, Anita won't thank the venue MC for that. Hannah Baldwin's 20 years younger than her. Some things you can live without knowing, do they? But it's true, and Hannah Baldwin will be out next. No, sadly. Someone said to me the other day, you can't charm maths.
Maybe that's why I never liked it.
Yeah, me too, me too. It's the only thing I couldn't talk my way out of.
So we're going to see a completely different style of climbing from Hannah, because she almost climbs more like an amputee, because she has a leg that simply doesn't work. Right leg, I think it's her right leg, doesn't do anything, and as a result, it's in many ways the way she climbs is more like the AL categories than many of the RP categories.
And this is earlier on I was saying it's a broad church RP.
Yeah.
Because
absolutely.
When climbers don't clearly fit into any of the other categories, they kind of end up by default, I guess, in RP.
Yeah. And there will be some who you'll look at, particularly when you get to the RP2 and RP3 stage, where you might not be able to work out what the issue is. You might be watching it. I don't actually know what's their limitation, but.
Yeah, Bastien Thomas of France, 45-year-old. Yeah, wearing the helmet over on the left. And we've got Hannah Baldwin on the right. So a top will win it here, or matching Anita's high point in a quicker time will also win it. So Anita, it was a 44 plus. So she was actually on the same hold as Leonora, but moved off it.
The next one, yeah.
Hannah was looking really strong today in qualifiers. She's looking strong here tonight too.
And you can see there, bottom right of your screen, Hannah Baldwin.
Phenomenally strong climber.
Yeah, well, we were chatting yesterday in the amputee categories about whether people wear prosthetics or don't. Hannah, obviously she can't wear a prosthetic, but she can't use the leg either.
Almost has the weight and tassel of a prosthetic without one.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of the worst of both worlds.
Doesn't really seem to be slowing her down at this stage. Absolutely rocketing through.
Absolutely epic climber. And she's strong outdoors as well. She gets out, she does some serious crag climbing, sport climbing. She's really, really strong. Oh, get your foot on, Hannah, get your foot on.
Oh,
the tension.
Yeah. Well, Great Britain are going to pick up 2 medals in this RP2 category. We're just not sure what colour each of them will be. They might pick up 3.
It would be great to have a full house, though, you know.
No comment. Bastien Thomas. By the way, if you can lead for him, Alessio Cornamassini got a hand on the top but couldn't quite stick it. 3:35 left for him. 3:40 left for Hannah. Are we about to?
Oh, he's got it!
First top of men's RP1.
Excellent.
Never really looked in doubt, to be honest.
No, he just cruised it. He had 3.5 minutes left as well.
We were kind of following Hannah just because she's closest to us, and she could be
pretty much at that
in a position to win this. Match the hold.
That's it. Oh! Good, Hannah! Good, Hannah!
Needed to get the foot up, couldn't quite.
World champion!
But she looked
Done
to the
and
crowd
she
to have it
knows, she
confirmed. Oh, she had a split second heart in the mouth.
Split, have I done enough? Have I got this?
And instantly was. Oh, great scenes in the front here. She's done it.
Great performance.
And lovely to see as well. Anita, the first over to say congratulations.
Great sportsmanship.
Adam Baldwin, amazing stuff, and what a reaction as well.
Absolutely brilliant. And so tight between the three of them.
Yeah, so it is a clean sweep.
Incredible fight.
45.
44 plus 45.
Yep.
Amazing.
Quite extraordinary. So climbers all falling in roughly the same position, but good separation is what we want.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's obviously one of the crux sequences, but did its job.
Yep.
Separated the climbers nicely. Corbini and Frank now, the last climber out. So
got to top it.
Yeah.
Got to top it pretty fast.
Yeah, I mean the pace
Yeah,
set.
2.5 minutes, wasn't it?
Yeah, in fact, we should have looked exactly what the time was. I was too busy looking at the climber to look at the
Too much
clock.
going on.
So Corbini is going to be the last climber in this category. He's going to be on his own on the wall, so you can give him all your energy to push him to the top.
Et pour les RP de hommes, on va avoir le premier d'Innsbruck, le troisième.
So Hannah Baldwin,
Le dixième,
the
ils
biggest
sont
smile in
six
Briançon today. And I can just see her, she's about 15, 20 metres away from us. Absolutely over the moon. That is a dream result for Team Great Britain. 3 medals in the same category. Bronze, silver and gold in women's RP2.
So it's 40 seconds
Not
are
a
up.
bad haul.
Jury President Giovanni, he needs to start this climb.
So as I said, Corbini and Frank, who we're about to see on men's RP1, huge character, absolutely psyched, loves climbing, wants the crowd to help him out.
I wonder how much he's picked up on from isolation. Does he know he needs to top it? Does he know it's
Yeah,
him
he
on speed?
must
I
have an
imagine
idea.
He must have a fair idea.
It's
But I
all,
guess it is harder when you've got 2 people climbing at once, so you don't know who the crowd's reacting to.
yeah, and I think the other thing is you can't think about it now. He's got 48 moves to do.
Yeah.
If you start thinking about it too early, you'll bin it. You've got to get there
True, he's
first.
just got to focus on one move at a time.
There he is underway on the left-hand side of the Briançon wall. As we look at it, you can see darkness behind.
We'll just let Corbinian get settled into his route. But
He's
as
not
we
used
said
up much of his
earlier,
time.
he
50
reminds
seconds
me
only
of
elapsed, but the pace set by Bastien Thomas was
was
devastating.
really fast.
a route that's suitable for people with such different disabilities.
Alors, ce qui est chouette dans ce qui est vraiment
Such a
bien
fine
dans ce
line,
championnat
isn't it?
du
Last
monde,
thing you want to do is rush it,
Jersey
but
2012, quand on
can't
avait
hang
fait la
around.
première fois, parce que la
Oh, and a
première
bit of
version
Rammstein to
avant-
accompany the German climbers.
C'était bel et bien les Français
Brilliant.
par Percy 2012. Il y avait des catégories
That's what we
comme
like,
les
Du
jambes
Hast.
et les deux jambes, eh ben, il y avait que des prises de pied, de mains, c'était difficile, mais ils ont jamais râlé.
So Corbinian really onto the steep section, the real meat of this route now.
Et là, on s'est aperçu que tous les grimpeurs présents para ont trouvé l'ouverture.
Looking good so far. I think he's already going to struggle for time
I think
to
pace
take
is
the goal.
going to be difficult, but
As paraclimbing is more and more accepted.
Top would be nicer to finish.
absolutely, absolutely.
Setters are getting better.
Don't forget, we've got 2 more categories to come later on. Immediately after this, we've got men's RP2 and women's AU2. I noticed a big German contingent here.
Yeah.
A lot of the German league climbers here.
Yeah.
The coaching team, they're well represented, well supported. Good to see.
Absolutely.
Just needs to figure out how to get through this sequence. It caused a few problems earlier on as well. Pretty poor crimps, and you got a long reach up, and then in another couple of moves, there's a kind of eye what can we call it? Eye-shaped hold. And he just pops, trying to figure out how to move. That does mean that Bastien Thomas is the world champion.
But with that performance, it's very well deserved.
Yeah, I mean,
Incredibly well.
clearly the best climber on the day.
Yeah.
Deserving winner.
Absolutely.
We're going to have to wait for some confirmation, but I do believe that we have a French world champion.
Mesdames et messieurs, Bastien Thomas, champion du monde.
It's just been announced here. One of our venue MCs, by the way, he said we'll have to wait for confirmation. I
Yeah.
hope there's no.
Some kind of controversy.
Doesn't appear to be.
assume
The other
not. I don't see
MC
why there
then-
would be.
Well, the other MC then said he was world champion. So either he just went for it, or there is no controversy. Hopefully not, because he was, as I say, certainly the best climber in the final.
Absolutely.
So up next.
It's not over yet. We've got another 2 finals for you. We've got the women's AU2.
So I'm just trying to listen in to the MCs in case they know something we don't appear to.
I think we're okay.
Yeah, men's RP2 and women AU2. Josh, you able to stay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
It's good view.
Excellent. I thought you were going to tell me you had to disappear. You had an urgent appointment with a beer or something. We're in luck. Charlie Bosco and Josh Senior here in Briançon. Second night running. And still a lot more to come in the next few days.
Alors il y a 3 voitures qui gênent, mesdames et messieurs, à l'extérieur sur le trottoir. 3 voitures. On va le faire en français et en anglais.
I assume you'll be here for the whole weekend.
So apparently
Yes, yes, I will.
It'll be a pretty awesome weekend of competition.
Yeah. No chore. No chore.
Donc tout le monde va partir bouger sa voiture.
Yeah, it's nice. We have this little trip through the Alps every year. Villars, I didn't get to go to Villars this year, but Chamonix and Briançon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty great.
So go and sort it, please.
J'espère que c'est pas celle du
What are
DJ.
most of the team doing? They heading back tomorrow?
Yeah,
Allez,
sadly.
dans quelques instants et merci les gendarmes encore.
All leaving at various points in the day, but I think everyone's heading off.
Yeah, it's a
At
bit of a
some point,
pain.
I
The
think
one,
so.
the one thing I would say about Briançon, it's a bit of a pain to get to.
It's not the simplest.
No.
C'est important aussi. Si vous trouvez une
Yeah.
pochette, ramenez-la nous.
Worth the effort, I should
Oh,
add.
absolutely, absolutely.
À la boutique officielle du mondial de l'escalade.
Lucia Capovilla of Italy will be the first climber out in AU2. And Amir Sabzi of Iran, the first climber out in men's RP2. So we've got 6 men in RP2, 4 women in AU2. AU2 is forearm amputee.
There's some seriously strong climbers in that.
Yes.
Great qualities to watch.
Yeah, a lot of the
Really
names as well will be familiar to IFSC paraclimbing viewers as well. Lucia Capovilla and Maureen Beck of the USA,
Yeah.
and Melinda Vai of Hungary, and Solène Piré of France.
Championne du monde, des vice-championnes du monde.
I'm wondering what the potential controversy was. Doesn't appear to be any controversy to me with men's RP1.
Bon, mesdames et messieurs, s'il vous plaît, veuillez accueillir
Maybe it was just hesitation. Don't want to make an announcement until she's 100%.
féminine.
Well, this is a good sign. The climbers are making their way out onto the stage, so
Absolutely.
Les 4 demoiselles
there's
en
obviously
finale
no
ce soir,
major
première
technical problems.
représentant l'Italie,
Lucia Capovilla.
representing Italy, Lucia Capovilla.
There she is,
And for the United States of America, it's Maureen Beck.
Maureen Beck.
Strong support for Mo.
Yeah, they've got a big team here.
She's
Melinda
very well known and well loved in the paraclimbing
Melinda
community.
Applaudissements pour la Française Solène Piré.
And Solène Piré, it's a very strong lineup.
Elle est good.
And of course, you'll have the home crowd.
On peut les applaudir,
Yes.
s'il vous plaît. Finale.
Solène will be climbing last, by the way. That is in
Folie entre ces
order of
demoiselles.
how they will climb, so it will be Lucia out first.
Dans un instant. RP2 homme.
The men's RP1 results are published.
So we've had confirmation, by the way, about RP1. There was no controversy.
Or if there was, it's been resolved one way or another. Who knows?
Ladies and gentlemen, for the final.
Okay, all sorted. I would have been such a shame if there'd been an issue, because
Oh,
that
yeah.
was comfortably the
On va les
best
accueillir dans
performance.
un instant.
Yeah,
Ils sont
definitely.
là, ils sont dans les escaliers.
Men's RP2 climbers are about to be introduced.
Finalistes. Les 6 grimpeurs de la soirée. Iran, Allemagne, Hongrie, États-Unis, Inde. Et encore un Iranien, on a des multiples
So,
champions.
here are the 6 climbers who will compete in the final. As I mentioned earlier, the number of finalists in any given final is down to the number of entrants in that category. So some of the finals have 4, some have 6. We've already had Amir Sabzi introduced, Philip Hrozek of Germany just been introduced, Andras Sijato, excuse me. I was practicing that one beforehand and still managed to fluff it.
It's quite the name.
And Benjamin Mayforth of the USA. Manikan and Kumar of India and Benam Kalaji of Iran. So 2 Iranian climbers, a Hungarian, a German, an American and an Indian.
Good luck, guys.
Benam Kalaji, you'd imagine the favourite, but again, very strong category RP2 over in the men.
Yeah.
Sneaking a quick peek at the route.
Strong and growing, like all the categories. It's great. So good to see categories growing fast.
Française immatriculée 05 FA 513 ZG. Une autre voiture 74 BF 327.
So 4 finals we've already had. We had 6 last night. You can find the replay on YouTube, and 2 finals still to go.
The Italian car that's causing a problem in front of the exit.
And now we're getting most of our information from the venue MC. There's an Italian car causing problems outside the venue. I am passing no comment.
AU2. Alors Solène, pardon, Piret évidemment championne du monde en titre, mais elle va avoir la double médaillée d'argent, Melinda White.
I mean, I flew into Milan, so I have an Italian car, so I'm hoping it's not mine.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll assume it's not.
I hope you were listening when she read out the reg number.
I won't be able to tell you what it is. So. Park safely, it's fine.
Yeah, this is going to be a really tight final for the women. All of them are very experienced. They've all made podiums. Lucia Capovilla.
We're just waiting for the climbers to make their way onto the stage. It's about 10 to 10 here in Briançon. Pretty much completely dark.
World champion in 2016. She was bronze medalist.
But it's another gorgeous evening. As I say, bit of a stronger breeze than yesterday, but once again, conditions excellent. Wasn't actually quite as hot during the day as well either. Conditions slightly better for the qualifiers today than yesterday.
Yeah, slightly.
It's not nearly as hot as it was last year as well. I felt like last year it was pretty savagely hot.
So hot. I got
burned.
You've got a little glow today, actually.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit.
Mad Dog's an Englishman.
Bon, et on lâche pas, messieurs, dames. Là, c'est la finale et c'est les 2 dernières de la soirée. Alors après, on aura 7 podiums internationaux. On espère que vous resterez là parce que hier, c'est vrai que c'est long, mais ce sont les championnats du monde. Faut pas lâcher, hein, ils le méritent.
Still, as I say, still slight delay as we wait for the climbers. Do stay with us though. Charlie Bosco and Josh Senior here, waiting for women's AU2 and men's RP2. Both the I don't want to say the most, 2 of the most competitive categories out there. They are though, aren't they?
Yeah,
both.
It's certainly up there.
Okay, so now the members of the PGHN, the local mountain police, head out onto the stage.
So a round of applause, please, for
First athletes are out.
Who was bronze medalist in,
So Lucia is out, and Amir is out.
Alors attention, l'Iranien. L'Iranien, il a été bon, ils sont 2. C'est les seuls à représenter leur nation en doublette, les autres sont solo.
Just so you know, by the way, I mentioned Benam Kalaji, who will be climbing last in the men's RP2. He was the only climber with 2 tops in the qualifiers earlier on today, so just something to keep an eye out for later on. No 2 toppers in the women's AU2, but we do have good separation, which is what we like to see. There are no ties, so it won't come down to time, no matter what happens. Could come down to count back, which is still not ideal, but it's better than time. I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah,
So both climbers getting underway. We've seen both these routes in action now. Already seen women's RP2 competing on the route on the right, which we've got Lucia currently on, and the men's B1 final was climbed on earlier in the middle of the wall, and it's now Amir Sabzi.
Be interesting to see how different categories approach the routes in different ways.
You'll see how they have to twist and turn to get the correct.
Quite a few
body
strong
placement
Iranian
to place
climbers
the
actually in the
Phew.
in the World Cups and in the paraclimbing.
Yeah.
Non seulement
Yeah,
il faut
really
qu'ils
strong.
arrivent à mettre la tranche de la main pour voir si c'est adaptable, et en plus c'est la longueur du handicap, donc ils prennent tout en compte et ils l'ont très bien fait. Vous voulez encourager l'Iranien,
Setting
c'est
a pretty quick pace.
Yeah,
Amir
he's
Sabzi.
moving fast.
Deux Iraniens, et il y a une tradition en Iran.
Lucia Capovilla, who's over on the right, is actually done really well there. She had a pretty dynamic move to try and figure out a way,
So if you want
and
to
it's
done
going
nicely.
left,
She's done
which
really
is
nicely.
not the ideal way for her.
and
She did
obviously
really well to
Briançon
cope with it.
defensive
Amir
back
Sabzi
down.
absolutely
Flying,
storming
isn't
up
he?
this route.
Absolutely flying for her.
He's very quick, very quick.
Only 90 seconds of his time remaining. You can see Lucia bottom right of your screen on the small screen. Now he's got a fight in his hand, so this is a tough move. This cross through, he's done really well.
Yeah, he's doing well. Getting his feet back on.
Oh, went up with the left.
Oh, oh.
And almost simultaneously we lose Lucia Capovilla. She looks
Just really
slightly-
struggling to get a decent purchase on that left side,
Yeah,
and then to get balance to make the move. I mean, it looks like a horrible hold to try and grip without a hand. I look at most holds and think they look like horrible holds to try and grip without a hand, but you know.
waves the crowd, but she looks slightly disappointed.
Yeah, a bit
Look,
gutted.
yeah, I mean there was another move as well where you had to go really dynamically out to the left.
Yeah.
She did well to deal with that. Good start from Amir Sabzi, meanwhile.
Yeah, he did really well.
Really climbing quickly.
It's quite technical.
Philip Rozek of Germany, the next climber out in men's RP2. Maureen Beck will be next out on women's AU2.
I imagine there'll be quite a crowd reaction.
Championne du monde à Paris, troisième à Innsbruck. Please welcome Maureen Beck, la légende.
You might be able to hear the venue MC has just done my work for me, albeit in French, for Maureen Beck, third in Innsbruck, and then won in Paris in 2016. And also won the Paraclimbing Cup in Edinburgh at Ratho in 2017. The only climbing venue where it rains inside.
Yep,
Ratho.
really is.
We were there in September. It felt like we're in the Arctic. Coldest World
I've never
Cup.
been to Rappo and felt warm. And I've never been other than in summer, but I've never felt warm in that place.
People go there in winter. I can't imagine it. Let's go ice climbing.
Yeah.
My God.
It's a pretty awesome wall though, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
quite,
and that
quite
was
the setup.
Yeah, and that was a fun event as well.
I bet.
Were you not up in Edinburgh that time? The 17
Oh, 17, yeah.
Para
no,
Cup. Yeah, I was thinking.
I was. No, I thought you meant last year.
Oh, right,
No, the year
yeah.
before.
That's-
Absolutely.
Felix just refreshing his mind about the way the route looks before he sets off.
So Maureen Beck underway, also missing the left forearm, so it'll be, you'd imagine the same moves that cause problems for Lucia Capovilla
Yeah.
are likely to cause problems for her.
She's strong.
Wasting no time at all here.
She's one of the big names pushing paraclimbing in the States.
He's off. And right.
Very well known, very well respected.
Well, I just think it's fabulous that we've got twice the number of entrants this year to last year. I mean, that is what we want.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
We want more entrants, stiffer competition, and then we can have more and more categories
Yeah, absolutely.
and closer competitions.
He's missing that hold completely.
Philippe's one of the taller
working for her.
climbers,
Got power in excess.
just like our Iranian friend
She keeps
before.
threatening
Did
to
you see that
retire
jump?
from comp climbing.
No.
She's vaguely saying, I think this might be my last, but
No.
I can't see it happening anytime soon.
Yeah, Philip Rozek is there. You can see him in the background, and also on the small screen, bottom right, he's men's RP2.
Come on, USA, come on!
Limited range power or stability. And women's AU2 forearm amputee over on the right hand side of the wall, Maureen Beck. former world champion, looking to win another one of these things. Does really well.
That was impressive. Very strong.
Oh, it did really well there. I think that was a bit of a risky move.
Yeah.
She's kind of pushing off on the left and had to really commit to that hold. If she hadn't hit it perfectly, she'd have been in real trouble.
A huge incline on this wall.
Nice, nice. Come on.
Philip Brozek going really well. Maureen Beck.
Oh, that's a good use now.
Tense.
This is a really, really big move. How will she deal with this? Because she's then going to pop out right again.
Yeah. Really does.
She's going to have to go full commitment.
Really
Oh. Superb effort.
Yeah, that was brilliant.
That's a big move out to the right.
Really, really big.
Looking pretty satisfied with her performance.
Yeah, and upper left arm, you can see is red raw.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Exceptional work. Oh!
We lose Philip Brozek. Brozek, sorry. Again, it's approaching the head wall. I think that'll be enough to put him into second place. I don't think it was a new high point. I just looked up and he'd just fallen. But I'm pretty sure Amir Sabsi was slightly higher. Melinda Vey of Hungary out next, by the way. Andras Sijato of also of Hungary. I know, apologies, Philip Brozek.
Yeah,
new high point, 36 plus. My apologies. I looked up and he'd just fallen, so I didn't see exactly where he fell. We are right underneath the wall here in Briançon. We couldn't really be in a better spot. So I've really got no excuse for not seeing it. So there's Melinda.
Melinda's out. She's looking keen.
So it's also a part of her left forearm she's missing. So again, it's likely to be those same moves causing the problems.
Absolutely.
Qualifiers this morning. Very strong upper body.
Hungary and Hungary on the wall right now. She's already underway.
Interesting soundtrack going on in the background. I don't know if you can pick that up at home. It was,
I don't know much about music, but this I suspect is Hungarian music.
I feel like it might be.
Someone's
Hungarian.
yeah, Hungarian.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Getting
DJ says it's Hungarian.
Yeah.
I
mean, it's great.
It is. Yeah, I assume it. I really don't know what this music is. I'm just going to stop talking.
Some kind of Hungarian classic, perhaps. Who knows?
It's very, very catchy.
It is.
Both climbers at roughly the same height, Melinda and Andras. Andras on the middle route in Briançon. The route over to the left where we had women's B2 and men's RP1, that's already done with. We're middle and right from here on out.
Melinda's moving well at the moment, but having got to those volumes, it's looking a bit boxy. It's a hard move. Really hard move.
And you're also trying, oh, it's horrible. She's kind of got her left leg on a hold, kind of using her shin.
Using her knee for a moment, wouldn't it?
It was all getting a bit Adamondra for a second there.
But she's recovered it.
Yeah, she has done really well.
Got through that.
She's the oldest climber in that final, by the way. 37. Had to go full commitment, as we saw with Maureen Beck.
Just a ballsy move, isn't it? from that position at that angle.
Oh, look at
This
this,
guy
he's campusing up.
campusing at the moment. Oh, okay, feet are back on.
Yeah, you can see Andres on the left there,
Allez pour les deux, s'il vous plaît, ils sont
doing a
restés
lot of
dans-
canvassing.
Oh!
Malheureusement.
Couldn't quite
And
stick the
so
foot
was
back on
Melinda,
Melinda.
so that means that Maureen Beck guaranteed at least a silver medal.
Bah, il reste Andras. Allez, Andras.
Her high point not matched there. 29 was the 29 plus was the high point. Lucia Capovilla 17.5, so that should put Melinda into second place right now with just Solem Pire to come.
So now he's going to start moving again.
As he
Let's
was
see
climbing
if he push him up
incredibly
as
well this morning.
Yeah, she always
Really?
seems to go pretty well.
Yeah.
Let's just wait for Melinda's score to come through. As I say, 29 plus currently leading the way for Maureen Beck, and then Lucia Capovilla 17.5 plus. Andras still going well.
He's moving well.
This is a big move though.
Still got 3 minutes on the clock. He's in no rush.
No, he's gone really nice pace.
Il est bien. La place qui est
Getting a bit of
aussi
rest.
atypique, on a des petits gabarits dans cette finale.
He knows that's going to be quite a hard move.
On a eu un grand
Goes up
début.
with the left
Very
and
nice.
latches it. It was very accurate.
Very, very nice.
Needs to be careful not to stand on that bolt just to the left. Does well.
Et la tête
Yeah.
s'est prise comme ça là. Pas
Well,
si facile que ça à
Oh,
négocier.
he's struggling to find his chalk.
Oh, he was so accurate coming over the head wall.
Et oui, applaudissements pour Andras.
And just fell as he was getting established on the head wall.
Oh,
La Malaisie, on en parlera chez les valides.
it's a good fight. He looks happy with himself though.
And the new leader, on peut l'applaudir, mesdames et messieurs.
Il prend la tête provisoire du classement,
Put him,
Andras.
he got the high point on that, didn't he?
Yeah.
Quatrième à
We're
Innsbruck.
just waiting for the confirmation of the exact score.
Au mieux.
He got that hard move up to the screw on the kind of teardrop shaped hold.
Yeah.
Ça va faire mal parce que Benjamin Meffray, il n'y a que lui, mais forte. On ne sait pas. Il était 10e.
38, yes, a new high
new high
point.
point.
Lors des qualifications. Mani, on sait qu'il est
Few competitors
puissant.
left though.
Il a sorti
Melinda
le top
27 plus, so yeah, she does move into second place. It's still Maureen Beck leading the way.
Messieurs, dames, elle est
So
championne
she's going to
du
pick
monde
up another
Guaranteed
medal.
a medal.
Elle est française, son club c'est
We wait to see what
Solène Pire still to come, and Ben Mayforth of the USA, 25-year-old,
Et on va pas trop
about
le
to
mettre
make
la
his
pression,
way
on va
out onto the
laisser se
stage.
détendre. Parce que ces voix, elles sont tellement piégeantes.
Good crowd from the
Et
good
alors,
cheer from the
attention, c'est un
the
representing
French
United
crowd
States of America,
as Celine gets clipped in.
Benjamin Meffray.
Yeah, we heard the Marseillaise played a couple of times last night. France had a couple of world champions crowned.
We did
C'était
indeed.
une excellente performance.
And as predicted, the American crowd put up a good cheer as well.
La dernière fois.
Yes, what did we
Ben
say? They
comes
brought
up.
30 athletes and
30 athletes
and
and
43 in total,
Yeah.
including
Pour lui, c'est qu'il a
including
tout
family
pour
and
lui,
coaches.
coaches, etc.
Elle est tout jeune, ouais.
Oui, parce que là aussi,
And then
on
we've
a
got
du
others
80,
gathering for the
89,
World Cup as
86,
well, and so I imagine the crowd is bigger now.
Donc là,
Bumped
on
into
veut
Kyra
entendre du
Condé
bruit
on
à
the
la fin pour Solène
way
en
in, so
français
as he's here
et
watching, you
pour
got
Ben
various
en
people.
anglais. Just
Okay.
let
Up for the,
yourselves go
I
and
didn't see Kyra, okay.
Yes, he turned up today.
Get behind your climber, whether it's the French Solène or the American Ben. We want to hear you.
Now, Solène Pire, it's the right forearm she's missing. So actually,
Only
the
one
other
in this,
side, yeah,
only one
the
he
only
came
one in this
through.
final.
Alors les Français, vous faites votre travail. Et les Américains, pareil.
Let's see how that affects things. I'm always, as we talked about last night, inclined to say it evens out over the course of a final.
Benjamin, très puissant du haut du corps. Allez
Yeah,
pour
Ben
Solène,
Mayforth
là. Tous les
wasting
mouvements comptent.
absolutely no
Moving
time here.
fast, isn't he?
Come on USA, come on.
Oh,
Just to
he's
make the
strong.
dream.
I
Outrageous
don't know if you can
cutleys, but he
appreciate
held
just
it
the
beautifully.
strength that takes, that one move there, right there.
Oh,
Incredible.
Ça va normalement plus vite hein, du côté de Benjamin. Lui, il a un pouvoir de traction.
he is flying up this wall.
He is wasting no time whatsoever.
Oh, good grief, this is
Eh ben,
amazing.
il est à la maison là.
Oh, don't rush it.
It's only taken 1 minute 20.
Who needs feet, right?
Let's keep an eye on Salem Pire as well. She's down on the right. I'll keep you informed about her. But for now, it's Ben Mayforth.
Flying up this.
He's absolutely rocketing up this route. He's not even used 2 minutes. Pushes high onto the head wall, just loses the feet temporarily, but he's still
He's proved a few times he can get away with that.
yeah, setting a new high point with every second. Solène Pire, meanwhile, fighting on the women's route. This is incredible stuff. Ben Mayforth, a couple of moves to the top. Are we about to see this route topped? We haven't seen it topped tonight. We have now.
Phenomenal.
Incredible stuff. Ben Mayforth.
Almost 4 minutes left. Right?
That took him 2 minutes and 7 seconds.
Insane. Absolutely insane. He was not hanging about. It's going to take something phenomenal to top that.
That is amazing. Meanwhile, Solène Pire absolutely crushing this AU2 final for the women. She's got plenty of time left as well. She managed to get herself off the steep section onto the head wall with 3:10. French crowd really getting into this now as Solène Pire gets to that dish.
Position.
Yeah, she's won the championship
She's
now.
But can she top it?
Oh, top would be an amazing finish.
It will be incredible.
The Biles and the other route just look up as well. Everybody's watching Solène Pire.
Daring.
And she hasn't looked too troubled.
Could have this. She
Has
could have
she,
this.
yeah, has she got enough
Be
energy
great
left?
to see her top the last athlete.
Could do with getting her feet
Solène,
high,
get
is
them
at
feet
all
up.
possible.
Come on.
She's one move away, Solène Pire.
She's got
Creeps
it,
her
she's
hand
got
round
this.
to the top.
She's got this.
There's the top for Solène.
Very enthusiastic response from the crowd. Big crowd tonight as well, really big crowd.
Yeah, much bigger than last night, and I was pretty impressed with the turnout
last night
night.
was pretty impressive.
Solène Pire. Solène Pire, that is absolutely breathtaking climbing. World champion.
Very impressive.
Quite breathtaking performance. Top the route. I thought she might just lose it that last move. Just found a way.
Again, had a couple of minutes to spare.
Yeah,
No hanging around.
literally had 2 minutes to spare. That is amazing. The top there from Ben Mayforth, and then the top from Solène Pire.
Really impressive.
Okay, we'll pause for breath. We
So you
got two more
Manny
climbers.
coming out next.
Manny Kumar.
All the pressure on the two remaining climbers.
So Ben Mayforth top now. He could be beaten on countback. Obviously, it's not what we want to see, but it's a possibility.
Possible.
I find it. I mean, if it came to time, no one would stand a chance.
No. Oh, blimey, no.
So here comes Manny.
Be grueling to throw out that level of performance and to get beaten on countback, but I guess that's all part of the game.
That's the game. Here's Manny now. Just putting it out there. World Championships in India would be nice, wouldn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
Can we get that organised?
There was-
Para World Championships?
There was talk of a World Cup in India a couple of years ago, but it
Well,
never
we had
quite-
two in Mumbai.
Okay.
Yeah, we had two boulder ones.
There was talk
So
of
the
one
para one.
in the time I've been on the team that just never quite.
A para World
Para,
Cup.
yeah,
Oh, right,
para one,
okay.
but it never quite materialised.
Yeah, we had a couple of World Cups in Mumbai, 2016, 2017. They were great.
Yes, yeah, no.
Yeah, I was put on 3 kilos on the first one. I just went big on the chapatis and everything.
Mani, vous ne
Excellent.
lâchez pas.
Yeah, just left my self-control at home and just went for it.
Whatever not.
4 achats pour la Coupe du Monde.
Yeah, I couldn't think of a good reason, so I
Ça
just
fait longtemps,
Yeah.
on est maintenant dans les 7-8.
No.
You weren't there to climb, right? So
no, it didn't
why
matter to
not
me.
enjoy the food?
I was there to talk and eat. I did both.
Puis pour vous prouver sa gentillesse, il y a un grimpeur qui est aussi touché de handicap haut du corps qui lui a dit
Manny is one of these athletes that just always has a smile on his face.
Rejoins-moi, on va les grimper.
He's great.
Je vais pas le dire en anglais pour pas lui mettre la pression.
Huge amounts of
Et il a
enthusiasm.
entendu ce qui
Yeah,
s'est
we won't
passé,
talk
il sait
about
qu'il
the
va falloir
cricket.
qu'il avance.
Poor guy.
Ouais, non, faut pas. Après, maintenant, avec
Very
la
rare you
tension,
can gloat as an England fan.
ils sont-
Got to take every opportunity.
Absolutely.
Vu le niveau de bruit, je
Just
crois
so you
qu'il
know, by the way,
a entendu ce qui s'est
Manny topped one of the qualification routes. He's very close on the second one, 45 plus. But again, he could be beaten on countback by the man who will be last out, Benham Kalaji.
Tout le monde l'aime, hein, s'il vous plaît,
we'll
vous le lâchez
see.
pas, Mani. Il va nous faire découvrir une autre manière de le
well.
grimper plus en dynamique et de prendre des risques.
I mean, climbing at a slower cadence than Ben Mayforth, but then who isn't?
No, indeed.
Alors évidemment, je pense qu'ils ont aussi pas mal topé les voies pendant les qualifs. Donc et c'est là où l'Américain va être super dangereux.
Yeah.
Allez Mani, il le sait, hein, il faut qu'il aille vite. Go, allez Mani.
Mais pour l'instant, c'est
Looking
super
very
fluide.
controlled though.
Pour le moment,
C'est propre.
Yeah, we've got slightly slower music, nice controlled climbing.
À tout moment, les erreurs sont possibles, donc applaudissez-le, s'il vous plaît.
It gives you some idea. Ben Mayforth was seconds away from topping the route after this amount of time. So they'll be relieved it isn't coming down to time.
Yes, indeed.
Go Mani. Allez, on va embrayer sur une autre musique, Nico. Et là, tu vas lui mettre la patate d'aller au sommet.
This is
À
quite a
la
tough
ligne.
move actually, up to
good
that
though,
next
isn't he?
pinch. Yeah.
Oh!
Une erreur pour Mani, on peut l'applaudir,
I jinxed it.
Mani.
Sorry about it.
Mani qui a un
Yeah, the move up to that second pinch, it's one of those moves that doesn't look too bad, but it's quite insecure.
Yeah, it's not a great.
So Ben Mayforth now guaranteed at least a silver medal. Benham Kalaji next out.
Bon, et Mani, il aura une médaille, Mani, parce que pour le moment, il est deuxième.
So Manny, you'll be on the podium for the minute you're second.
Okay, well you heard it through the venue MCs.
At the moment, he's second.
Where are they getting their scores from? Why do they get them so much faster than us?
Et toujours un
Hey, now it comes
There
up.
we go.
Yeah, okay.
toujours les yeux.
Absolutely.
He doesn't want to get non. L'IFFC, ils sont heureux. En direct live sur l'IFFC télé.
So one more climber to go, Benham Kalaji.
On aura la chaîne de l'équipe présente vendredi et samedi pour la Coupe du Monde et puis l'IFFC toujours. Mesdames et messieurs, le dernier. de
So
la
final
soirée
climber of what's been a
avec
second
Swan Championship
successive
en
excellent
accélération.
evening here in
C'est une
Briançon.
tradition en escalade pour le dernier. Et on
It's
fait
been a
ce
great
top
event, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been fantastic. Benham Kalaji now
So he's last out, but it's last but not least because he's
wants to
really
get on with it, and the B-layer
Yeah,
says,
he's
"Come on,
game.
give the crowd something."
Face the crowd for a moment. Come on.
I have to say the lights. We're
Yeah, they're
noticing a
clearly
couple
blinding people.
yeah, very bright here. Certainly in no danger of losing anyone up on the stage. You can see him struggling to look into them.
It's what you want before you climb. Just to be slightly blinded.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
C'est vrai, ça on peut le dire, il parle pas français.
So now he gets underway. 6 minutes begins. Remember, a top will be enough for him. Won't matter on time. As long as he's within the 6 minutes, he's all good.
Mais lui, il est très très fort. Raraji, if you want to.
Not an easy route to top though.
No, but he's absolutely
He is.
rocketing up this lower section. Surely he can't
Again.
top it in faster than, what was it, 2 minutes 7? Surely he can't. Anyway, he's, yeah,
He's
flying
giving
up.
it a go.
He's obviously been working with Reza over in Iran, getting the speed climbing dialed.
C'est le dernier grimpeur des championnats du monde. Nous, on était ravis d'avoir les championnats du monde ici à Briançon. Hein. Franchement,
Yeah,
tous les
still only
championnats
used
d'escalade
40 seconds. He's
dans cette belle vallée.
pretty well established on the really steep section of the
Oh,
route.
he's flying for it, isn't he?
Allez, est-ce qu'on peut lui faire un boro? Boro?
Get that Max.
Boro Benham.
Big move out. Nice.
He's looking solid for now.
Yeah, looking really good as he steps out left. That's a move that's caused 1 or 2 problems as well, but he did it nicely.
L'Américain, c'est
Yeah.
oui.
Yeah, and setting a really fast cadence
He
here.
is flying up that.
Looking very strong. You can see he's now about to just get off the really steep bit and begin to reach the head wall.
That move is big and requires accuracy. He's got
Yeah.
it though, he's got it.
Stopped a couple of climbers both here and in the men's B1 final. Again, this
We
is
saw this pinch cause a problem. Oh, he's avoiding the pinch.
he's completely ignoring
He's
the pitch.
completely skipping that.
And just to give you a bit of a heads up, I think not that it matters for the result, even quicker than Ben Mayford. He could top this route in less than 2 minutes. This is absolutely breathtaking. Lines it
And
up.
he's done it.
Top for him. Took him 1 minute
minute
and 50 seconds. That is incredible.
Blimey. Wow.
He's got time for 2 more laps. He's the world champion. Amazing stuff. Topped both the qualifying routes. He was the only person to do that. He's topped the final route
Absolutely
in a minute
incredible.
50 seconds. Best climber in the category, deserved to win, and it is Benham Kalaji who takes the gold medal. He is the world
He's very
champion.
pleased with himself, and why wouldn't he be?
Mais il faut quand même saluer cette excellente performance de la part de Ben Mayford. C'était un truc de dingue.
I think the first thing he asked for is a drink. It's,
Bizarre.
oh. I
I mean,
could
if you
not
don't
believe.
deserve one after that, when do you?
Well, yeah, this part of the world, they'd probably bring him a nice Côte d'Iron or something. Just yeah, amazing. I didn't think anybody could climb the route faster than Ben.
No.
He got it done in 150. Wow.
Absolutely insane.
2 fantastic finals to finish. Legends of paraclimbing in both.
Well done to all the finalists for getting here. Well
And
done to all of
tops to win them as well. And I have to say,
Always
big
good to
shout
say.
out to the route setters.
Yeah, no, they've done a great job.
the wall.
Really great
We've
job.
had a couple of multiple tops, including in that last final, but I feel like generally there's been a lot of splits, very few stopper moves,
Yep.
a lot of good separation
Yeah,
between the
really
climbers.
good. Really good.
It doesn't, I mean, we haven't asked everyone, but it doesn't seem like people feel they've been disadvantaged by routes generally.
I've not heard
the routes have
anything.
been fair.
Everyone seems pretty happy with them.
Christopher, thank you.
Seems to have enjoyed every set, which is great.
As a novice.
So let's have a look. Yes, there we have it. The
Being able to take part. Thank you.
results are on your screen. Benham Kalaji takes the win ahead of Ben Mayforth, and Manny Kumar ends up in 3rd, where we lost him on that pinch just on their head wall. And it was Solène Pirey who won over on the women's side.
Gauthier, si t'es là, tu veux nous redire, Gauthier, tu es l'homme de la situation, tu as le programme dans la tête, par cœur, avant les protocoles, parce qu'il va y avoir la journée Faites le mur. Et Faites le mur, c'est vous qui allez devenir les stars.
So that's all from Josh and myself. Josh, thank you for your help, not just tonight, but last night, and it seems in every para competition.
I'll do anything for a good seat.
Thank you very much for watching at home. 2 fantastic nights of paraclimbing.
Oh, brilliant.
Already looking forward to the next one. And a
Absolutely.
lot more IFSC action to come. As I mentioned to you, we've got lead qualifiers on Friday. We're bringing the highlights from that on the IFSC YouTube page. We've got semi-finals live on Friday night and then the final live on Saturday night. So 2 wonderful days, 2 more to come. Thank you very much for watching.
Venu ici, on a un objectif, c'est de passer 25 000 personnes sur la totalité de la semaine. Donc j'y arrive pas. Ce soir, j'y arrive pas. Donc on compte vraiment sur vous pour ramener vos familles, vos amis, vos voisins, etc., etc. Et demain, bien sûr, on a une super journée pour les adultes et pour les enfants. Ça débute le matin avec l'Open, le Baby Grimp. Donc pour les 5-7 ans, c'est juste génial. Ils pourront s'essayer au mur du mondial. L'après-midi, il y a des activités gratuites pour tous. Vous pourrez grimper sur le mur Coupe du Monde. Vous pourrez faire de la tyrolienne, du dry tooling. Ça se passera avec les guides et accompagnateurs de Briançon, Serre Chevalier-Vallée. Et puis, le soir, à 19h30, vous aurez bien entendu la présentation des délégations de Coupe du Monde, suivi à 20h d'un spectacle avec l'hélicoptère du PGHM de Briançon. Et à 21h, une belle projection de films. Vous aurez 4 films projetés ici avec notamment The Patan Project.
Ça sera présenté par une partie des équipes du film, donc venez nombreux à 21h pour cette projection de film. En tout cas, merci à tous d'avoir été aussi présents ce soir, aussi nombreux. Et voilà, on va bientôt enchaîner avec ces podiums. Il y en aura un bon nombre. Il y a pas mal de Français sur un
Non, il n'y a pas
marche.
beaucoup de podiums.
Ouais,
Il y en a 7, il y aura des beaux podiums, mais de toute façon, il faut célébrer cette soirée. Men RP2 and women AU2 are published for the result. Enfin, ça va être une journée de ouf, et puis les voix, elles vont rester. Hein.
Ouais, et puis on a surtout des Français sur la plus haute marche du podium, donc il faut rester et faire du bruit. Et oui, les voix vont rester, et demain vous pourrez y grimper, c'est le principe du jeudi, journée faites le mur, donc pour ceux qui ont un petit niveau, hein, parce que là on est déjà dans le 7, hein, il me semble. Hein.
Ouais, 7 bien tassé. Hein.
Ouais.
Et pendant que j'étais, Gauthier, là, parle-nous, il va y avoir des surprises avec le mur, parce que le mur il est nouveau, on va pas dévoiler les projets, mais les plaques sont toutes neuves pour ce mur qui a 30 ans.
C'est vrai, c'est un peu une première ici, ça c'est sorti des grandes idées du patron du mondial. Voilà, le mur que vous voyez ici, il n'y a plus d'insert, c'est-à-dire cette partie où normalement on visse les prises et les volumes, c'est une petite partie métallique, on a tout enlevé pour qu'il soit plus joli, et c'est le cas, donc voilà.
On va refaire un dernier appel pour les athlètes, s'il vous plaît. Tous les athlètes médaillés, vous nous rejoignez derrière le mur rapidement.
Could all of the medal winners please make their way to the back of the wall? We're waiting for you urgently.
Ah, il est là, d'aventure en aventure, de jour en jour. Comment ça va?
Et effectivement, ce que j'ai pas dit aussi demain, c'est vrai que c'est la nouveauté. Il y a le 3e biathlon d'été du Briançonnais, ça se passe à 16h30. C'est un biathlon donc mix course à pied, tir à la carabine, c'est à 16h30. Et ça c'est une nouveauté du mondial aussi. On vous convie vraiment à participer ou du moins à venir assister ce biathlon parce que le mondial c'est une fête de la montagne en général. Donc tous les sports qui s'y pratiquent, eh bien, on les met en valeur, que ce soit l'escalade, la tyrolienne, le biathlon bien entendu. Voilà, donc demain c'est une énorme journée pour les petits et pour les grands. Vraiment, venez nombreux. Il y a un petit là-bas sur la scène qui s'est montré. Notamment, donc voilà, à 21h aussi, cette projection de film. On vous a fait ça aux petits oignons et on espère vous voir nombreux.
Hey, my Chinese friend, where is the Chinese friend? Thanks a lot hein, for the present, thanks. Bon, et Gauthier, t'as la même voix que moi. Hein. Les Coupes de France, c'était bon. Hein. Et maintenant, championnat du monde, on fait les podiums et on passe en mode Coupe du monde.
Ça va, je sens que tu vas tout déchirer, mais là, c'est
Bien
vrai que
François.
des gens m'ont dit, ouais, t'as la voix de Christopher. Je pense que quand on en entend ensemble, ça marche pas. Hein.
Bah, là, franchement, tous les deux, là, on est sur le même temps. Hein.
Ouais, on va dire ça. Je crois que je
Larcène un
t'imite
peu,
sans
hein.
le vouloir. Ouais.
Ça Larcène un chouïa. Ah, c'est peut-être...
C'est
Bon,
peut-être
merci
ça.
Gauthier.
Et attends, je dis juste un dernier truc.
Vas-y,
Je disais,
vas-y.
l'objectif de la semaine, c'est 25 000 personnes ici. C'est aussi d'exploser les scores sur notre Facebook et notre Instagram.
Grave.
Vous êtes 3800
Hashtag.
aujourd'hui sur Facebook. On voudrait vous voir plus de 4000 à la fin de la semaine. Instagram, l'an dernier, on a créé. Maintenant, vous êtes plus de 1000. Et franchement, on aimerait que ça monte à 1500.
5000, 7000 là.
Ouais, il faut qu'on reste raisonnable. Mais 1500 à la fin du mondial, ce serait déjà beau. Hein.
Merci Gauthier, voilà vous avez toutes les informations pour la journée Faites le mur demain. Mesdames et messieurs, dans un instant on aura la cérémonie protocolaire des 7 podiums de ces championnats du monde. Allez, restez avec nous hein, parce que tout est en place. Voilà, toujours l'habitude de dire hein, dans les grandes enseignes de vacances, on ne va pas vous citer laquelle, mais on a beau être les meilleurs pendant tout le séjour, si on n'est pas là les 3 dernières secondes, ça casse tout. Et merci quand même à tous les bénévoles hein, qui ont travaillé, les juges, les caméramans, les assureurs, le PGHM, nos amis de la protection civile pour ces championnats du monde. Thanks Mr. Jury President from Russia. It was a good job for the World Championship here in Briançon. Evgeny. Rasha. Bialovio. Ochi. Nico Mani, on a dit qu'on lui mettrait du Mani. Il a dit ok. Il va avoir de la médaille. Bon, dans un instant, on commencera par le podium de la catégorie B2. Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the IFSC World Paraclimbing Championship Briançon 2019. Please welcome the medalist for the women B2. The medals and flower will be presented by Mr. Marcos Colaris, IFSC President, accompanied by Mr. Jalad Jacques, Deputy Mayor of Briançon. Bronze medalist representing Austria, Edith Scheinecker. Silver medalist representing Japan, Yumi Eri. Gold medalist and winner of the IFSC World Paraclimbing Championship Briançon 2019, representing Great Britain, Abigail Robinson. Please rise for the national anthem of Great Britain. Ladies and gentlemen, the World Championship medalist and their guide. Abigail Robinson, World Champion. Yumi Eiri, Silver Medal. And Edith Scheinecker, Bronze Medal. Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the IFSC World Paraclimbing Championship Briançon 2019. Please welcome the medalists for the men B1. The medals and flower will be presented by Mr. Pierre, FFME President, accompanied by Mrs. Prorel Alain, Mr. Prorel Alain, Deputy Mayor of Briançon. Bronze medalist representing Russia, Dani Lisichenko. Silver medalist representing Spain, Javier Francisco Aguilar Amoedo.
There's some people down the way that's thirsty, so let the liquid spirit free. The people are thirsty because a man's unnatural hand. Watch what happens when the people catch wind, when the water hit the bank.
Gold medalist and winner of the IFSC World Paraclimbing Championship Briançon 2019 representing Japan, Koichiro Kobayashi. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Japan. Ladies and gentlemen, the World Championship medaliste. Avec la 4e victoire au championnat du monde, Koichiro Kobayashi, 4 times world champion, amazing. Silver medal, Aguilar Amoedo, Francesco Javier, and bronze medal, Dani Lisichenko, Russia. Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the IFSC World Paraclimbing Championship Briançon 2019. Please welcome the medalists for the women RP2. The medals and flower will be presented by Mr. Marcos Corais, IFSC President, accompanied by Mr. Jalad Jacques, Deputy Mayor of Briançon. Bronze medalist representing Great Britain, Anna Baldwin. So the bronze medalist is Leonora Volpe. Silver medalist representing Great Britain, Anita Agarwal. Gold medalist and winner of the IFSC World Paraclimbing Championship Briançon 2019 representing Great Britain, Anna Baldwin. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Great Britain. Ladies and gentlemen, the World Championship medalist. messieurs, la cérémonie des vainqueurs des championnats du monde handi escalade Briançon 2019. Veuillez accueillir les médaillés catégorie hommes RP1. Les médailles et fleurs seront remises par Monsieur Pierre Rioux, président de la Fédération française montagne escalade, accompagné de Monsieur Prorel Alain, conseiller municipal à la ville de Briançon. Médaille de bronze représentant l'Allemagne, Franck Corbinian. Médaille d'argent représentant l'Italie, Alessio Colnamussini.
Unreroute the rivers, let the damned water be. There's some people down the way that's thirsty, so let the liquid spirit free.
Médaillé d'or et vainqueur des championnats du monde handi escalade Briançon 2019 représentant la France, Bastien Thomas. Mesdames et messieurs, veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne national de la France. Mesdames et messieurs, les médaillés des championnats du monde. Champion du monde, Bastien Thomas. Silver medal, Alessio Colnamussini. Bronze medal, Corbinian Franck. Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the IFSC World Paraclimbing Championship Briançon 2019. Please welcome the medalist for the men AL1. The medals will be and flower will be presented by Mr. Marcos Colaris, IFSC President, accompanied by Mr. Jala Jack, Deputy Mayor of Briançon. Bronze medalist, representing United States of America, Tanner Sislo. Silver medalist representing Japan, Hideyuki Ushi. Gold medalist and winner of the IFSC World Paraclimbing Championship Briançon 2019, representing Austria, Angelino Zeller. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Austria. Ladies and gentlemen, the World Championship medalist, World Champion for Austria, Angelino Zeller, silver medal, Hideyuki Ushi, Japan, bronze medal, Tanner Sislo, United States of America. for the IFSC World Paraclimbing Championship Briançon 2019. Please welcome the medalists for the women AU2. The medals and flower will be presented by Mr. Pierre, président de la FFME, accompagné de Monsieur Proel Alain, conseiller municipal à la ville de Briançon. Bronze medalist representing Hungary, Melinda Vajta. Silver medalist representing United States of America, Maureen Becker. Médaillé d'or et vainqueur des championnats du monde handi-escalade Briançon 2019 représentant la France, Solène Piré. Mesdames et messieurs, veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne national de la France. Ladies and gentlemen, the World Championship final medalist, championne du monde Solène Piré, France, silver medal Maureen Beck, USA, bronze medal Melinda Vajta, Hungary. victory ceremony for the IFSC World Paraclimbing Championship Briançon 2019. Please welcome the medalists for the men RP2. The medals and flower will be presented by Mr. Marcos Colaris, IFSC President, accompanied by Mr. Jalad Jack, Deputy Mayor of Briançon. Bronze medalist representing India, Manikandan Kumar. Silver medalist representing United States of America, Benjamin Meffort.
Unreroute the rivers, let the dam.
The IFSC World Paraclimbing Championship Briançon 2019 representing Iran, Benan Karaji. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Iran. Ladies and gentlemen, the World Championship medalist, World Champion from Iran, Karachi Benam. Silver medals, Benjamin Meffort. Bronze medal, Manikandan Kumar, India. Mesdames et messieurs, ainsi s'achèvent les championnats du monde Paraclimbing 2019. You can say that in English, and just congratulations. Everyone was awesome World Championship.
It's been an awesome World Championship. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being so brilliant. Congratulations to everybody, all the participants.